Hi loves, it's Kennedy. Welcome back to With Love Kennedy. So today I am going to be talking about running and combating loneliness. So if you see me looking at my notes, that's where my head is at. But yeah, we're just going to be talking about how endurance taught me how to connect to myself again and how to connect to other people. So to start off in this video, I'm going to put some clips in this video from me running a full marathon yesterday on a Sunday by myself. And yeah, we'll get deeper into the video after the clips. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Kennedy. Welcome to With Love Kennedy. It is right now, what time is it? It's like 4:17 in the morning. I'm about to run 26.2 miles, a full marathon, baby. And the reason why I'm running this is because I originally was signed up for the New York City Marathon, but I could not run it this year because I've had some life circumstances that were preventing me from doing that. But I've been training for the past 8 months and I refuse to give up my training and at least not try. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to vlog my run with you all. And also, in addition to vlogging my run, we're just going to talk a little bit about, running and how it's helped me with, loneliness and combating those feelings of like not really having community and just, the feeling of loneliness and what it could do on like physical and mental health. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to try to check in at different mileage points between the run. And yeah, we're gonna get right into this thing. I'm super excited. Hi everyone. So I'm at 16 kilometers. I'll put in the video what that is mileage wise. But I do want to talk about, actually, I'm gonna turn around right here. But I do want to talk about what running has taught me about persistence, control, and solitude. So rather than thinking through like a paradigm of like loneliness, what has helped me and what I've learned from running is that you're never alone. Like, you have people around you always, and God will always bring you people at the right time, at the right moment, to help you get through whatever phase of life you're going through. And with running, training for a marathon specifically, it takes a lot of consistency and persistence because the training schedule is so rigid. I know for like the past 8 months, I've been running 4 times a week, at least 5 miles on each run. And like my long runs are on Sundays, so I'm like averaging at least 13 miles minimum. So today, as I'm doing 26.2 miles, like at the start of my run, I was feeling like very sad a little bit because it was like dark and I was alone. And like all I could think about was like, if something happened to me, like who would help me? Like who would be there? But then in that moment, I had to control my thought process. Like I had to remember that I'm doing this for myself and that nothing can hurt me. Nothing can capture me. Nothing negative can come my way as long as I don't allow it. And so keeping that mindset and understanding that me feeling alone is not loneliness, is solitude, because there's so much growth happening in the process of me learning that mental fortitude and how to stay consistent without anyone else pushing me. And the pain that comes with like training for a marathon or even a half marathon, I think of it very similarly to the pain of like emotional pain. It's like, how do you handle it? Like, do you push through or do you like stop, And so there are some days where people want to stop, like there are definitely days where I want to stop. I want to stop right now, but I'm not going to, because I have to remember like this is just only the hard part. And once you get to the end, you get to the easy part, which is the reward and which is the happiness and the congratulations and the gratitude and the appreciation. And I feel all of those feelings now, but very similar to emotional pain. It's like it hurts, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally. And so in those moments, you really have to allow like your logic to take over and to make you stronger and better. But yeah, wish me luck. Almost halfway through. I'll check back in a little later. So I hope you all enjoyed those clips of me running and being out of breath and not being able to talk practically. But yeah, just to like add on to that, because I was supposed to come back and film some more during the run, but like y'all, when I tell you my legs, the pain, like everything was so overwhelming that I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to revisit them later when I'm like in like a civilized setting where I can actually speak. But yeah, like it's really about the small wins. Like for the past 8 months, you know, I remember starting off the training and being like, oh my God, like I gotta run at this pace. I gotta hit these timestamps. Like I gotta be able to do this and that and this and that and this and that. And like over time, when you're building this strength and you're learning about yourself and about how your mind works as a system, you start to realize it's not really about all of those things. Like it's about the small wins. Like I know when I first started, I was like, okay, I need to run this pace. And like yesterday, I didn't run that pace, but like I still ran a full marathon and like my pace wasn't that far off. But, you know, like those small wins are what gives you the passion and the strength and the resilience and the fortitude to like keep pushing through no matter what. And hopefully you guys saw my last video, but like pushing past obstacles is just so important as an adult and like as a human being, because like the older that you get, life is sweet. Life can be sweet for you, and I'm never going to tell somebody that it can't be, but you know, responsibility is very real, and oftentimes responsibility makes it hard for us to remember to enjoy life. And so running just has given me that duality of being able to like be disciplined and be diligent, but like also still enjoy the process and like still have fun and to still laugh and to find those small moments where I can connect to myself, even if I'm not feeling the most connected to other people. Because you also have to understand, like as an athlete, because it's so disciplined, because you are constantly having to like prioritize training over everything else, you don't have the time or the mindset or the mentality to even just like lackadaisically live your life. And there's both like pros and cons to that, but you know, ultimately, you know, I'm running from loneliness. Like I'm running from these feelings of feeling disconnected and lonely and not really having community around me. And it also just gives you the freedom to like build your own community, to like start fresh, to give yourself a new start, and to really surround yourself with like-minded people. Through my training with the half marathon and the full marathon, I started therapy. You know, I was going through the situation with my ex-boyfriend and like just feeling inadequate and rejected and feeling unloved and just like all of these like really low vibrational feelings were making me feel like I couldn't push through. And like when I started therapy, it helped my routine so much, because like having another person on the other end like listen to how you feel and to respond with empathy and to communicate everything that you're feeling internally, outwardly, it gives you like a very healthy outlet. And you realize that who you are and what you come with and all of the emotions and the emotional burdens that you feel are never too much for the right person. And so I just encourage all my endurance athletes or strength athletes, whoever, however, you can build your own community. Like put yourself out there, go to events. If someone invites you out, say yes. Like put yourself in environments with people that you want to be like. That's also another huge thing that I do want to emphasize. Like I'm not just going anywhere with whoever. Like let's be clear about that. Like I'm spending time and surrounding myself with people that I want to emulate, like people that I look up to, people who inspire me, people who I look at and I'm like, wow, like they're doing really big things. And like that's very important, because one thing I've learned through my training and like all of the abuse and the domestic violence and all of those things is just like, when you're in environments and spaces with people who don't really support you or like love what you do, or who don't have like a similar vision or mindset as you, it can really pull you down. And it may be unintentional. They may not be trying to do that, but like, you have to strive at the level and the class that you're in. Like, you can't be trying to surround yourself with people who are not striving for better or higher and expect those results. And so I'm here to say, like, as an athlete, build your community, build the people that you're with around you to feel and be and to understand you. And it's just so important, because you're going to feel lonely. Like, I felt very, very lonely for a lot of this time and experience, but there's also like the solitude part of it all. Is like, what are you doing in those times of loneliness? Like, are you reading? Are you learning? Are you listening to motivational videos? Like, are you resting? Like, are you doing these things that are developing you and your character, so that when you do go out into the world and into these spaces and these communities with these like high level people, you understand what quality you bring to them and how you can communicate. So originally I intended for this video to be way longer than it's actually going to be today, because yeah, that was just the intention, but it's okay. We redirect. But I say all this to say is, like, you can be lonely without actually being lonely or feeling alone, but you cannot heal without connection. And so it's just very important to always put yourself around people who love you and people who want to see you thrive, and like people who are always happy for you. Like, if you're bringing good news to somebody and they're telling you about like why you can't and what you shouldn't do, like, those are people who don't really understand your light and who don't want to understand your light too. So just always make sure that you are being around people who want to see you lift up to higher heights into the sky. But yeah, this video was not that long, and I'm actually happy it wasn't, because I hope it was like digestible for you all. But yeah, that's it for today. I have to always tell you, my people, my girlies, my guys, keep glowing and keep growing. With love, Kennedy. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Share this video with someone that you know needs it, and I will see you next time in the next video.